Never easy. It's never easy. This is the part of the wrestling business that wrestling reporting business that I just hate to be involved in. May 17th, 2023. Originally, I was going to do an after chat about May 17th, 1963. That's the date in history that Bruno Sammartino won the WWF Championship from Nature Boy Buddy Rogers. Great moment in history. And now, years later, on the same date, May 17th, history once again is made, but this time it's nothing to cheer about. It's something to be very sad about, and I am. Superstar Billy Graham died just a few hours ago. We're recording this on May 17th. One of the great champions of all time, someone who actually changed the business. He was a precursor to Austin Idol. He was a precursor to Hulk Hogan and so many other people that were just cut from that cookie cutter after him. He became that champion in the WWF that I wish that Vince McMahon Sr. would have left him as champion for many years to come, rather than being defeated by Bob Backlund. I always thought that Superstar Billy Graham did not get the title run that he should have gotten. His incredible feuds with Dusty Rhodes. Oh my goodness, the feuds with Dusty Rhodes, the feuds with Bruno Sammartino, so many others they were just classics. Something you can't do again. That kind of era of the business just doesn't exist anymore. And on the personal end, what a great guy. He loved posing for me, even if it was 10 minutes before the match. It was me, George Napolitano, and some of the other photographers. He would take the time to pose, and he looked so great in the studio. But my favorite pose that I ever took of him, we were walking around New York City, and crowds of people were all around us. And there was a garbage can. Right on about 43rd and Broadway. And I said, you know what? Got a great idea for a photo. And he went along with it. He climbed up on the garbage can, took off his shirt, and posed. And man, it was breathtaking. We used it on the cover of, I believe, Inside Wrestling magazine. In his later career, he became that karate guy. And eventually, the days on the road, the beating of his body, and what he talked about periodically was well, I hate to say, the drugs and everything that went along with the wrestling business back then took its toll on him. Our prayers go out to his wife, Valerie. He loved you so much. And I can't even imagine how hard this is on her. When I saw photos of him recently in the hospital, and the reports that he had lost his hearing and so much of his so much of his life. He was just so full of life and so full of energy. When he'd come to the ring with the Grand Wizard at Madison Square Garden, he would stand there and pose for all us photographers there. Traveled many, many times with him, many, many times with him. And he actually lived probably about 8 miles from me when I lived on Long Island. And we got together every once in a while for dinner and just to chat about uh, the good days of professional wrestling. I'm going to miss him so very much. A tragedy to lose such a great man who was an inspiration to everybody in this business. Rest in peace, my dear friend and an icon like no one else. As Dusty Rhodes would have said, superstar Billy Graham, if you will.